Assalamu alaikum my dear students, hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIVS Homeschool. This is Muhammad Emdadul, Haque, Assistant Teacher of Mathematics, National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. Dear students, today I am going to conduct a math class of class 3. Our today's topic is CBQ1. CBQ1, it means that competency based question 1. Dear students, this type of question you did not seen before. From this class we start competency based question as when you will be in class 4 you have to give the exam on competency based question, and in class 5 the PC exam will be held on competency based question. For this we have started competency based question from class 3. Just 3 questions totally we have discussed to show you competency based questions are what type. Okay, dear students, now see, at first some informations are given, and then depending on that information 2 or 3 or 4 questions may be given. This type of question are known as competency based question. Okay, dear students, let us see what is our today's competency based question. There are 10 benches in a class. 5 students can be seated in each of the 6 benches. 4 students can be seated in each of the remaining 4 benches. First question, how many students can be seated in first 6 benches? The students, question B is how many students can be seated in remaining 4 benches, and question C is how many students can be seated altogether in 10 benches. Okay, dear students, depending on the given informations are known as STEM, and we have to solve these 3 questions. First question is how many students can be seated in first 6 benches. Dear students, in this case here we have to notice that 5 students can be seated in each of the 6 benches. It means that in 6 benches 5 students can be seated in 1 bench. So we have to find the number of students who can sit in 6 benches. So we can write here solution. Question A. We can write in 1 bench, each bench means 1 bench. In 1 bench 5 students can be seated. Therefore, in 6 benches, so in 1 bench 5 students can be seated. So in 6 benches the number of students will be the product of 5 and 6. So we can write 5 multiplied by 6 students can be seated. So if we multiply here, we will get 5 6 are 30. 5 6 are 30. So you can write 30 students can be seated. The students, so our required answer for question A is therefore 30 students can be seated in first 6 benches. So our answer of this question is 30 students. So we can solve question B as question A is done here. Question B. What is question B? Question B is how many students can be seated in remaining 4 benches. The students, now see, 4 students, in the second case 4 students can be seated in each of the remaining 4 benches. So we can say in one bench 4 students can be seated. In one bench 4 students can be seated. Therefore, in 4 benches. So, if 4 students can be seated in one bench, so in 4 benches, the total number of students will be the product of 4 and 4. This means 4 multiplied by 4 students can be seated. Okay, dear students, so if we multiply 4 and 4, we will get 4 4s are 16. 16 students can be seated. So we can write, therefore 16 students can be seated in remaining 4 benches. So we can say our answer of question B is 16 students. Now I will solve question C. What is question C? The students, now see how many students can be seated all together in 10 benches. It means that here from A we know 30 students can be seated in first 6 benches, and 16 students from B, 16 students can be seated in 4 benches. So we can say total number of bench is 6 and 4, that is 10, and total number of students will be 30 and 16, that is, if we add these two, we will get. So we can say from A we get. From A we get. Sixteen students, 30 students can be seated in 6 benches. From B we get 16 students can be seated in 4 benches. So 6 plus 4 or, so we can write in 6 plus 4 or 10 benches. In 10 benches, 30 plus 16 means or 46 students can be seated. Okay, dear students, so we can say therefore 46 students, if we add 30 and 16, this will be 46. 46 students can be seated all together in 10 benches. Therefore, "46 students can be seated all together in 10 benches. So our required answer for question C is 46 students. 46 students can be seated in all together in 10 benches. It means that our required answer for question C is 46 students. Okay, dear students, I have solved this question, this CBQ I have solved. I hope you have understood how to solve this type of questions. Dear students, this question is given for your homework. This is your homework 23, lecture 24, homework 23. The last class was lecture 23, homework 22. Okay, dear students, now do this homework and submit your homework on next Sunday. Dear students, you know homework is very important for your annual examination, as your CT marks, diary marks and SBA marks will be given based on the performance of your homework. So keep practicing at home, abide by your parents, stay home, stay safe, see you again. Till then, Assalamu alaikum.